All right, everybody, I am back with a brand new DC update. And yes, it does look like some actual legitimate photos from Superman have been released with David Corenswet in the suit. Now, we'll see if the studio comes after this video or not. That'll be telling if this is true or not. And we're going to look at these photos. And when we're done looking at these two photos, I also have some stuff to talk about in regards to the new animated Batman, the Caped Crusader program or show. It's going to get 2 seasons. That is going to air on Amazon. We've got some information on the cast, and we're going to take a look at that today as well. So we definitely have some stuff to go over. But we're going to start with the big stuff first. I know some people have complained in the past when I talk about big stuff. At the beginning of my video, I always do it last, even though it's the last thing I grabbed. I do show these things in order. I don't do it on purpose. But we're going to go ahead and show these photos first. So let's get started. So here is the first photo, and this looks like this is coming out of a newspaper. This does not look photoshopped, and if it has been photoshopped, I would be surprised. This actually looks like a legitimate photo. And if it's photoshopped, shame on me, but you've got the actual, this all looks in proportion. You've got the suit there. I'm not digging the collar. I'm not digging, where the cape ends. We still don't know what this looks like on him. And I'm not sure about the face here, guys. To me, that doesn't scream Superman, but you never know. We haven't seen an actual clear photo. We don't know what he's going to look like in action. To me, he just doesn't have that chiseled look that Superman is supposed to have in the face. He just looks a little chubby in the face. That's all I'm going to say. Now let's look at the second photo that was actually accompanying this. So again, here we have Superman, looks like he is stopping a bullet train, and he's in the front of it. You can see that there's a little bit of damage as his hand is pushing into it to try and stop it. We don't get a good look, but I got to tell you guys, this does look like the other photo. I tend to think that these are actually legitimate, and it's just the way in which the photos were taken. It just looks kind of weird. I'm hoping that something actually, official gets released from the studio, especially if these are actual photographs, that they might release something, like I said, officially, because the first look at the suit was not a good look. Now, the one thing I will point out here, which I don't like, and also why I think this is a real photo, if you look at his shoulder here, it looks like the fabric is folded in. It does not look like it is smooth there, and it kind of reminds me of what the original photo looked like with, when you move your arms and you kind of get pressure on it, that it's going to fold up and give creases, which I don't like. I don't like that aspect of the suit at all. I think it's horrible. So my grade on these, if I had to give the suit a grade, I'd give it a D. I'm not digging the 2 photos that have been released. And again, we don't know if these are official or not, but it does look like they are official. All right, so let's talk about the Caped Crusader. And this is very interesting. I don't know. We're going to look at some of the actors. I got the photos from where this was posted on Instagram. There's an interesting cast of characters here. First off, so Linklater is going to be Batman. And we're going to see who that is here in a few minutes. We've got McKenna Grace, which is interesting. She was just in the 2 new Ghostbusters film. She was Egon's daughter, and she was also in the show Young Sheldon. So she's in it. You've got Reed Scott. You've got Dane Donahue, Gary Anthony Williams, Jason Watkins, John DiMaggio, Crystal Joy Brown, Michael C. Bonilla, Eric Morgan Stewart, Tom Kenny. That's interesting. Tom Kenny, he's a big-time voice actor. I know him very well. For people who don't know, I'm a professional voice actor, and I'm very familiar with Tom Kenny, and I am surprised that he's going to be in this. And we're going to go to IMDb and see who he's playing. We've got Minnie Driver. We've got Dietrich Bader. We've got Jamie Chung and Christina Ricci. And that was another surprise. And it says that Selena Kyle Catwoman is going to be played by Christina Ricci. Harley Quinn is going to be played by Chung. And Harvey Dent, Two-Face, is going to be played by Bader. We're going to look at who some of these people are. But let's look at some of the photos that dropped with this. So I know that this is McKenna Grace. I know who that is. And it doesn't say, who these people are going to be playing, but we're going to see here in a minute. So these are all the individuals. There's Minnie Driver. That's Tom Kenny right there. Yeah, he's, if you know SpongeBob, you probably know Tom Kenny. So I believe that this is the guy playing Batman. I could be wrong. This is the photo they had attached to it, but we'll take a look when we go to the casting. And yeah. He's played Batman in the past, I believe, on Batman the Brave and the Bold. There's Christina Ricci, who will be playing Catwoman. It would have been nice if they would have done this with each of the characters. There you've got Chung, who's going to play Harley Quinn. Yeah. And so that one guy is going to be playing Batman. I hope he's got the voice for it. I'm not familiar with him at all. All right, guys, so here we are on IMDb, and we're looking at the Batman page here. We're going to see who each of these individuals are playing. Okay, so Dietrich Bader, he is playing Harvey Dent. He's played Batman in the past, and I'm so glad he's not playing Batman. So Hamish Linklater is playing Batman, and I hope he sounds like Batman. I am not familiar with this individual at all. Looks like he played somebody in the Fantastic Four. He was in Battleship. I actually saw that movie. That's back. Wow. Can't believe that movie's freaking 12 years old now. So he's been in a few things, but I'm not familiar with him at all. But he's playing Batman. So you've got Christina Ricci playing Catwoman. Jamie Chung is playing Harley Quinn. It doesn't say who McKenna Grace is going to play. Minnie Driver, Reed Scott, Jason Watkins. It doesn't say who they're playing. So we don't know at this stage. I'm assuming these are going to be some of the Rogues Gallery. But Tom Kenny would be interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to end up playing the Joker, but we don't know anything about the show as far as I know. Except that I heard that possibly they're not going to be using the Joker at all in this. But it says here's what it says for the storyline. Welcome to Gotham City, where the corrupt outnumber the good. Criminals run rampant, and law-abiding citizens live in constant state of fear. Forged in the fire of tragedy, wealthy socialite Bruce Wayne becomes something both more and less than human, the Batman. His one-man crusade for justice attracts unexpected allies within the GCPD and City Hall, but his heroic actions spawn deadly, unforeseen ramifications. So we do know about this is supposed to be a spiritual successor to Batman the Animated Series. Paul Dini said that this is really the show they wanted to tell back when they did Batman the Animated Series, but there were basically some big restrictions on what they could do on TV at the time. And I don't even know how stuff got made back then because of all of the restrictions. And so this will be definitely a different type of show. This show is premiering in just about 5 weeks. So I'm actually going to be watching this when it premieres. I'm looking forward to it. It's one of the few things I'm looking forward to. All right, so what do you guys think about the Superman that was released, the photos? What do you think about the Caped Crusader show? Personally, I'm very excited for the Caped Crusader show with Dini being involved. I'm excited for that. It's something that was done prior to Gunn, coming in charge. He doesn't have his fingers on it. Now, I believe that after season 2, they will cancel it again because it was only set up for a 2-season contract, and James Gunn is not going to want anything else out there other than his stuff. And so I do expect that it will be canceled after season 2, even if it deserves more. But we know we are getting at least 2 seasons out of it, and the first season does premiere in August of 2024. All right, guys, so there you guys have it. We'd love to hear your comments and see your comments below. I do appreciate the support. We'll see you on the next video.